Hello everyone, welcome to part 40 here of 100 Ways to Motivate Yourself. I'm Walt, and I'm going to be talking about part 40 this time, which is a pretty interesting one as well. I know I've said that a lot recently, but this one I find also to be really good. And this one is to let your stars out. Now, he talks about a little bit how this inspiration really goes back to J.D. Salinger. You might know from Catcher in the Rye, his book of success there. But he has this piece of advice of saying, let your stars out and let them shine. And so the author interprets that to mean that all you have to do for creativity is to, instead of trying to force it, instead of trying to say, yeah, I got to get it, I got to do it perfectly, I got to really push it kind of thing. Instead, really, it's to let your inspiration shine through you, to be your own kind of muse that allows your inspiration kind of to come up. Because a lot of things, if you try to force things to come out, you can get negativity, you can get anger, you can get fear, but it's really hard to force loving emotions out because the love pathways are very subtle. As Napoleon Hill says in Think and Grow Rich, a big thing is that riches have quiet voices, and you have to really listen closely in order to hear them, versus poverty has a very loud voice and anybody can hear it. And the point being that really, to be creative, to be successful, you have to be good at listening to those kind of quiet musings. When you have just an idea that's a flitting of a thought, it's a good idea to write it down. When you have something that you're going to try out, you really want, go for it, okay? You don't need to just jump into the cold pool. You can dip your toe into it and start to let your stars shine. The idea is just peel back the canvas and begin to just let these stars have their light that really shine through you, okay? And that you don't have to force it. A lot of this really comes from the subconscious mind. A lot of your stories you plan to write or your videos you plan to make or whatever it is you're creatively trying to do, a lot of that kind of inspiration will just come to you, and all of it is really just about kind of fueling it, saying that's a good idea. I can believe that I can do this. I can do this. I can do this. Just affirming it and really believing in it will strengthen those neural pathways, get the subconscious mind to give you more love and more energy behind them, and allow those stars to really start shining. And soon enough, if you keep doing this, your stars will go from being, like red dwarfs, the smallest and longest burning stars, to these big, huge, O-class blue stars that are just going to be, wow, absolutely the hottest, the biggest, the craziest there. That kind of level of creativity. Now, you could say something about the stars about, but it burns quicker, blah, 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 blah. But that's not really the case in the case of the brain, because that's just a problem of having enough hydrogen to keep burning in your, normal sequence kind of star. Regardless of that metaphor, really the idea here is let your stars out, let them shine, and the more you believe in your creativity, the more you use it, the better you're going to get at it, and the more you're going to get out of it, and it's just going to keep going as a positive feedback loop of success. So, be creative, let your stars out, let them shine, and don't try to force it. Start at it slowly, and you can succeed with ease. That's about it for part 40, guys. I will see you next time with part 41, so stay tuned. I'll see you then.